Hey everyone, Chris with Stage Building Inspections. We'll call this Tip Tuesday. A quick video about homeowners insurance. The situation with homeowners insurance in Florida is unfortunate. No offense to any of my insurance people out there, but the insurance companies are not our friends today in Florida. As the home inspector, there are 2 forms that we will fill out for you if you're buying a home. If you're buying new construction, typically you won't need these, but I have had a few where we did. But these are going to be your wind mitigation form and your 4-point form. The 4-point was originally developed post-Hurricane Andrew as a way for insurance companies to understand the homes they were getting. It looks at roof, plumbing, AC, and electrical. The original intentions were good. However, today it's used as leverage. It will directly impact your ability to obtain insurance, period, on the home or the price of your policy. So this form is really important. The wind mitigation form looks at how the home would basically perform in high wind events, hurricanes, tornadoes, stuff like that, not to get too technical. It looks at roof structure, how the roof is attached to the building, the opening protection, if the doors and windows are impacted, hurricane panels, and how many openings are protected, which ones are not. This form is typically an all or nothing credit. And when I say credits, I'm talking about money. If you have a 10,000 square foot house and you've got 100 windows and you have one little tiny portal window or something like that, that's not protected, it can negate that entire credit. And that can get pretty expensive depending on the size and location of the home. My report as a home inspector is really important for you guys. There's a lot of great information in there. However, in today's time, what I tell everybody on all of my inspections is that you need, as soon as you get the 4-point and wind mitigation reports from me, which would Stage Building Inspections, it's always next day, you need to get those to your insurance provider right away and see what they have to say. Get ahead of it. A lot of times there are things on the 4-point that need to be taken care of because homes, like cars, have things that go wrong and things that need to be taken care of. So they're going to tell you, hey, we need a clean 4-point, or we want this item off the 4-point to give you insurance, stuff like that. So get ahead of it. Don't wait until the week before you're closing to start looking at that stuff. You don't want sticker shock. You don't want to be in a situation where you can't get something off the 4-point prior to closing. It will save you a bunch of stress, your realtor a bunch of stress, everybody involved in the transaction a lot of stress. The other end of the 4-point wind mid stuff is that a lot of times insurance companies will call for an update. If you haven't had a wind mitigation 4-point update in a few years, they will ask you to update it. If you call me for a 4-point update, a lot of times you will flag in their system because of the age of your roof. That is usually the biggest thing they're going to look at. If you call me for a 4-point update, the first thing I'm going to look at before I show up and charge you some money is the age of your roof. And why I do that is if you have a 25-year-old tile roof, it doesn't matter what I say. I cannot change the age of that roof. The insurance companies are only going to give you X amount of years on your roof depending on the type. Like a tile roof, it's 25 years. That's it. So I try and do that for the people that call me before we show up and try and charge you some money. I'll call you back and say, hey, look, like your roof's 25 years old. I'll come to your 4-point, your wind mit, but I can't change the age of your roof. So give me a call, send me a text, DM me, let me know if you have any questions. I'm sure a lot of you out there have dealt with this. It's a hot topic, unfortunately, in today's time. Thanks for listening.